Hey guys, it's Kristina. So today I wanted to show you guys how I've been covering up my red rug burn in the middle of my face. If you didn't know, I broke my nose last month. I fell down the stairs and I broke my nose. I had to get it set. It was so bad. I had like bruises. I mean, I did a couple videos showing you guys what happened. If you didn't see those, I will link them below. But it was so bad and I still have the rug burn from the carpet on the stairs. So that's not like going away at all. It's been like over a month, so I've been trying to just cover up with makeup. I've been taking some supplements to just like rejuvenate my skin. So basically, if you have any kind of redness on your face that you want to cover up, I'm going to show you guys some tips on how to do that. So let's get started. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is actually wipe off the makeup that I have on my nose and show you guys how red it is. Well, it's actually not as red today just because I got a spray tan yesterday. So my skin is not like as white as it was, so the contrast is not that bad, but it was pretty bad before. But I mean, you saw my other videos when like I actually broke my nose and stuff, so yeah, it was pretty bad. So you can see I have like this red rug burn on my nose. There you go. It's pretty bad. It's like all down here and there's like a little one right there. So I'm going to start covering it up. And by the way, speaking of skin, I'm drinking this tea right now. I'm about to put in my Vita Glow or Vita Glow. This I showed you guys in a haul before when I first got it. And this is basically like hydrolyzed collagen in powder form. And it's going to help your skin and your nails and your bones and your tendons, everything like that. And I'm trying to heal my skin right now. So, and you get it in this pretty packaging. It looks like that. And so you get these little sachets inside. So you just take one out, and I really like the color of them too. It's so pretty, and these are so small you can just throw it in like your purse or like your gym bag or something like that. They're good for like people who like to work out too, because they're good for like your muscles as well. And you just put it in your drink, and it's better to put it in hot drinks versus cold ones because it's just gonna dissolve a lot faster. So it's pretty tasteless. I mean, I tried to put it in water at first when I first got it. My boyfriend couldn't taste it at all, but I could taste like a little hint of like marine taste, I guess. But if you mix it with like juice or tea or coffee or something like that, you're not gonna taste it at all. So yeah, I've been drinking these and I've been trying to just improve my skin, you know, especially with this and everything like that. So definitely check this out. I will put the link down below in the info box as well as a discount code. And apparently the powder form is a lot better than pills because the absorption rate is apparently like 80 to 90% versus like 30 and 40 for pills. So it's a lot better this way. So yeah, definitely check it out. I will link it down below. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is apply a layer of foundation. And this is just going to give us like a base to work with, like a little bit of coverage. So that way we're not going to apply a ton of concealer, you know, if you don't need that much. Oops, I put too much. Alright, so it gave us a little bit of coverage, not too much. I mean, you can still see the redness, but it helps a little bit. Next, since we're caking off so much concealer in just different layers, you don't want the products to be very like thick and gooey because it's gonna be too much. Because I've tried that before. Like I tried it with this concealer. I tried this green one right here. It's like a corrector, which you can use that if you know you don't have that much redness going on. So you can definitely use a green concealer, but I tried that with this and it was so caked on that when I tried to set it with the powder, it actually took off the concealer because it's so much. So what I'm gonna do now is just take some concealer that's my skin tone or just like a tiny bit lighter, just warm it up with my finger, and I'm just gonna layer it on top of this. So this is just like a foundation but thicker basically. If you can find one that's a little bit lighter than your skin, go with that. Or if you can find a good green corrector, then that's awesome, use that. Just the one that I have is very thick. It's super cakey and it's just not gonna work for us. So we're just gonna pat it on there, layer it on, and the texture of my red rug burn is so weird. Like it's so hard to cover it up because then it's like uneven. Like if I put foundation on the rest of my face, it just goes on evenly, but the red patches that I have right now, they're very uneven. That's why I'm trying to like rejuvenate my skin, kind of like taking these supplements and everything like that, because I feel like it's like the skin just needs to regrow back first. So there we go. This concealer is super like thin and I like that, but it still gives good coverage, but it's not cakey, you know what I mean? So yeah, I will link all the products I'm using down below, by the way. And I mean, you can totally leave it like this if you want, if you're trying to cover up like redness maybe on your cheek or something like that, but since I'm doing my nose, I also wanted to like contour and highlight, of course. So I'm gonna take this concealer it's a bit lighter and just go down the middle. So you saw first we evened out the skin tone. You know, we didn't make it like lighter or darker. You want to make it like match the rest of your face, like the red part. And now I'm just going in to highlight. So you don't want to highlight at first because trust me, I've done that, it didn't work. And so now I'm going to take a little bit of that darker concealer right there. And I'm just contouring my nose. I'm just like carefully blending it out and trying not to mess up that first layer of concealer we did so we don't take it off. I'm just going back in with this concealer a little bit because the sponge of that highlight concealer took off a bit of my coverage. It's so hard to cover this thing up. Which, by the way, I'm not even supposed to be wearing makeup on it because my doctor was like, just let it heal. Try not to wear makeup as much as you can. That's why I've been recording kind of like 2 or 3 videos a day, and you see me wearing the same stuff because I saw people complaining about that. They were like, oh, you record like 2 or 3 videos and you're wearing the same outfit, and I'm like, yeah, but that's because I don't wear makeup every single day of the week. Like, I put my makeup on when I go to work, like maybe 2-3 times a week, and that's when I film my videos, before I go to work, because I have makeup on already. So my bad if we're trying to heal my nose over here. And if I want to highlight a little bit more, I go in with this little handy pen. And this is just like a very blendable kind of concealer highlighter. It's very light and creamy, kind of like corrector pen. It's like a very creamy consistency. Very light though, not cakey. Like, none of the products I'm using today are cakey because I tried that before, it didn't work. It just looked pretty bad. And then you do want to set it with powder, but I'm just gonna wait for it to dry first because I tried that before and it's so much like cake and layers on my nose right now that when I touch it, like when I take powder and dab it with the kabuki brush, this just takes that off and then you can see the redness again, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like so hard. So first I'm just gonna wait for it to dry and then I'm just gonna take some powder and set it, and that's it. Okay, so I'm back. It dried. I set it with powder. So an additional step that you could do really is just to go into some like contouring powder. This is my Brow Bar. I have a coupon code for it that I will put below. But you can use this to contour also, just like a tiny bit. And you want it to be a matte shade, of course, you know, because that's what we contour with. So this will also slightly shape your nose, you know, over the top of that powder. And I'll see you shaped your nose to whatever shape you want to make it, because before I was like, it looked a little bit wide because it's still kind of swollen, honestly, from breaking it. So, you know, this way it looks a little bit better. So there you go. And also another tip, if you don't want your face to look super cakey, you can take like a setting spray and just spray your face. And this will just like add a little bit of, I guess, like dewiness to your skin so you don't look caked and so matte and powdery. So that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was helpful to you. Leave me some comments down below on what kind of redness you have problems with. I'm just like interested, you know, maybe you have like rosacea, maybe you have a rug burn. I don't know. I hope not like me in the middle of your face. But just like anything, like whatever your problem is, I just want to know. I'm just interested. So just leave that down below in the comments. And yeah, that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like my video and subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you want to add me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything like that, all my links will be down below in the info box, as well as my blog where I always list what I'm wearing. So check that out. And I'll see you next time. Bye. So the nail wrap itself sits in between these 2 clear layers of backing. So I'm just peeling the first one off, then pressing down the nail wrap to see where I want it, and then taking the second one off as well.